welcome back. Welcome for the first time. Welcome if you're joining us live, if you're joining us on replays, and thanks so much for tuning in. And we will enjoy General Hospital in the background. But this toast is for you. Smiles and toast across the miles. Thank you so much for letting me know. I cannot thank you enough. So, one of the things as we're preparing for our conversations, we picked today's topic because in the process of talking about being entrepreneurs and reemerging as we're networking and in life, that we're sometimes marching to our own inner beat. The other day I was cleaning food to prepare for family, and I was playing gospel. Some of us may be listening to jazz, others are listening to R&B or nostalgic or country and western. And that art of trying to tune into what our beat is, what our rhythm is, that it can be something that helps us kind of dive deep and figure out which direction to go and where we're navigating. So I really want to thank you for joining me today, and especially for joining me with lots of background as we were delighted to celebrate graduation this weekend. And I just had a chance to see my amazing aunt. But I really want to thank you for joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from, and let us know who you're looking to meet, what your superpowers are, and let's see if there's anybody that we can help you get a great introduction to. But the part about finding and following your rhythm as an introvert, it took me a long time. I was kind of in my solo lane, and the weirdest part about that was I was out networking in BNI groups on a regular basis, hanging out with the chambers. I was an introvert. I really was so tuned inward, and you really focus because you're out there, hopefully marketing to people who are going to get your message or your vibe or your beat, and they're going to get it in a way that hopefully they're interested in doing business with you or interested in losing. Thanks for letting me know that the audio is going in and out. Hopefully that will fix shortly. The good news is Stuart is in the background, and hopefully you can hear Stuart barking really well. Let me know if the sound gets any better on your end. Anne and Nathalie, thank you so much. And Anne, I'm not sure what's happening. Stuart is definitely not very happy right now. So hopefully you can hear Stuart barking. How's that? Is that any better, Anne or Nathalie? All right, Nathalie, you're good. Good, good. Thank you so much. So one of the good things is you're going to know as life happens and family happens. Today we're having a follow your rhythm day. It's the reminder of our vibes, and you're going to love it. This is the small part of having a family celebration, and delighted to have the chance. But again, today, Scott Webb, the re-influencer, was scheduled to join us. Scott's not in our green room yet. And while we're talking about finding and following your rhythm, everybody's got your own beat. You have your own rhythm. You have your own pace. You have your own tempo. And as an introvert, I never shared that. I wouldn't really talk to people about that. Now, in the process of doing Impossible Live, I'm now sharing. I'm a trained ambivert. Just means kind of each part of each shoe has a bit of introvert in it. Each part of each shoe has an extrovert in it. And thank you, Nathalie. Nathalie's looking to connect with long term care pharmacy sales representatives. And Nathalie is in Connecticut. But Natalie, let us know if you're looking to meet reps in a certain area or just in the US, or if you're interested in meeting global reps. Also, that'd be great just to share, to let people know how to find and help you with great introductions. I think also the thing as we're talking about our beats or our rhythm and how we locate them, it took me a while. In the BNIs, I think I got lost for a little bit. And I'm a BNI alumni now. I was a member for about 14 years. I volunteered, which was amazing to meet fantastic speakers, have some opportunities to meet people almost in 24 chapters of our Hudson Valley region. All right, Nathalie, national as of now. I like that. Ready to scale, ready to expand, ready to grow. One of the things is, as I really struggled with explaining to people that I was an introvert. I had some really good friends who knew, and I adored them. They would get me a seat on an aisle. They would help me with sitting near a window, sitting near a door. I could always see the entrance. And Nathalie now is presenting in 15 states, which is absolutely fantastic. So one of the things too is you're reaching out and you are trying to build your vibe and your rhythm, and you're trying to reach people who hopefully get your business and get you. Is that we're not really sure of our messaging. For me now, I know it has to do with music. Just like the other day when I was cooking and had gospel in the background, or all weekend we've been listening to great nostalgic Anita Baker and Sade and Michael Jackson, some great songs like from the 90s and the 2000s. And just Nathalie, you're saying it really well. So Nathalie says she feels more comfortable to connect in person. As an introvert, I was extremely comfortable connecting in person while my stomach had the butterflies, while I take the extra deep breath before entering the door. And what I love is in 2017, as I started experimenting more with the virtual, and in 2018, I held my own first live and virtual event. I became used to that navigation of whether it was live or it was virtual or it was both. But I love what Natalie's saying, because we each feel comfortable in different situations. And that's the part about today's title, the Find and Follow Your Rhythm. The thing that kind of is challenging sometimes is, as we're networking, we really don't know that beat, the beat our clients listening to, whether they're having no music, whether they're listening to something on YouTube music, or they've got a unique playlist like the beautiful songs we were hearing all weekend, and we're not really sure, but finding it. I'm grateful that the journey into positive intelligence and mental fitness has really helped start exploring that. I needed that. I needed a kind of a system or a toolkit to kind of increase the speed with which I found my own rhythm. But we're going to keep talking about mental fitness and mental fitness for life as getting deeper and deeper. And I'm loving being in the positive intelligence community. It's really cool because last week I had a chance, as part of Find and Follow Your Rhythm, to make a presentation on a day when I really wasn't feeling the inner beat. Unfortunately, I hung out with the amazing coaches in PQ Coaches Collective, and they were amazing at helping me kind of regain my rhythm. So Natalie's saying, as we continue to discover the power on LinkedIn, she sees the potential of online connections, and she loves to listen to cafe jazz. Natalie, I'm going to check out some cafe jazz because I love like George Benson. Dad's is a big Dave Brubeck fan. I'm one of the few kids who can say that I know almost every note of the 17-minute Take Five, and I love George Duke. So thanks for the great reminder. Anybody else have any great music they want to share? Please share. I would love to see it. I think the thing that's cool too is, as we're talking about music and as we're talking about our beats, are how do you recharge and focus before changing directions? And I put the changing directions in there because some of us, we're going right, we're going left, we're going forward, we're going lateral. We talked in a previous discussion about intersections and how we approach them. Finding and following a rhythm, I think, really helps us dive into this and figure out how do we refresh a little bit before we take another step, or before we decide which way our business is going, our team is going. Natalie was just talking about having a national business, and oh, I absolutely love that. Natalie, we're gonna hang out. We're rarely gonna hang out. So Natalie also loves to listen to just sounds of ocean waves. I love the sound of the ocean also. And to really sit near the ocean to kind of create, it's one way I'd say that really helps me recharge a lot and focus. It's just really looking at beautiful water views. And I think it's a reminder as we're reaching out to people, we don't know that beat, that rhythm, whether they're listening to sounds, whether they're looking at their own view. I often could be caught at an event looking at a wall, looking at a mural. I met one of my absolute best friends from that. By looking at a mural, they thought I was looking at them, and I really wasn't. But we do. We come to different intersections in life, in our business, in networking, as we're experimenting, as we're trying different things. And it's something just as we're exploring things, because some of us occasionally, we don't like change. As an introvert, I embraced change, but I didn't always express my interest in change or my interest in discovering. As an ambivert, I'm getting a lot more comfortable doing that now. I love that, Anne. Thank you so much about the coming to an intersection in life. And Natalie says she refreshes by creating illustrations. That's fantastic. After 2 hours of focus work, she takes a 10-minute break and draw. And I love that because that's what I'm doing now in positive intelligence. They teach us use PQ reps. And there's a video of us that I'll share shortly of Phil Gilks, my PQ godfather, as I call him, of the business renovator, and Shirley Felder of Ordinary Greatness. And Shirley's about to rebrand. And we were doing our PQ reps. It just kind of brings us back. But I love that the idea of setting some time to really pop in and really find your rhythm, because some of us don't do it. We just keep going and going and going and going. We're not the Energizer Bunny. I've learned this myself from having conversations recently with loved ones about keeping an eye on my energy leaks, basically becoming more selective about where I spend my time, who I spend my time with, and in a acknowledging that, because before we would just go, 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 go. And part of it was in the part of just trying to build our business, meet new clients, meet new prospects, meet new sponsors. And I love this. Anne is saying she refreshes in the outdoors, especially near lakes and mountains. I was excited because we've been driving. We're in a beautiful area with a lake. We got a chance to see the lake today in like the pouring rain. It really does refresh you. So thank you so much, Anne, for sharing that. As you're joining us on replays, definitely let us know. It does sound wonderful. We're ready to come hang out with Anne. And in the process of, as you're finding and following your rhythm, whether you're experimenting, I found positive intelligence, grateful to have discovered human design a couple of years ago. This year, because of talented Kim Nicoletti, I had a chance to learn somatic healing. There's different things that we're trying, and maybe some of it to some sounds a lot woo, as I was saying this weekend, but to others, it really just helps us refresh, kind of hear our own beat, hear our own vibes. So, in that process, as you're exploring, as you're stretching out, as you're discovering new things, please share them with us in the threads and in the comments. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. PQ in the house. PQ in the house. So, Leslie also refreshes outdoors, especially to see the critters in the pond, turtles and alligators, birds of all types, and flowers and trees. That's fantastic. And Diana says she refreshes in the outdoors and the beach. We were just talking, Diana, about going to visit family on vacation and hang out in a lovely pool. It's really important to take that pause. I appreciate Leslie and the PQ coaches community for kind of reminding me to take it. I was the workaholic girl. And Leslie saying her PQ mode is breath. I love that. The reminder to breathe. And Leslie, what I'm loving it about PQ is I'm falling in love with the reps that encourage us to scan. So kind of a chance to take a deep breath, close my eyes, tune in to whatever sounds are happening, whatever music is happening, and the scanning while just taking a deep breath or scanning while anchoring. And Anne says, Leslie, she loves that except for the gators. I think I'm really with you there, Anne. We saw a gator when we were within Florida recently, which is absolutely a sight to behold. Need to see them from a distance. But I absolutely am so delighted that and thank you so much, Karen, for popping up. Karen likes the PQ with touch. I am into it too, and Shirley we shared it in Unpactivate last week. PQ kind of a contest that we're having that continues till the end of the month. So we're on teams. The tactile part of rubbing our fingers together to kind of bring ourselves back into a mode is really kind of cool. We call them PQ reps. And can hang out with us on Wednesday. Our We Rise and Soar celebrations are continuing, and I'm start adding the PQ reps. It'll be like the Adams family where we used to snap. We'll be doing the PQ reps. I think also, as I want to thank you for joining me today, and wish that Scott and his amazing fur babies, I hope they're very well and that he's really safe in Denver today. And this was a longer discussion that we had planned on having, but I'm really going to respect the universe's time and the fact, as families in the background, and we're about to say goodbye and head on the road. I am actually, and here is Stuart. You're fine. You're fine. Say hi. Don't worry. This is how life happens. And this is what I love about virtual events. I love this about virtual events. I want you to show up and unmute your mics so we can hear your dogs, your fur babies, your cats, your children, and just enjoy life. And it's one of the things, Natalie, I think that I love most about connecting virtually. You're never really sure what sounds you're going to see and what you'll see. But I really want to thank you all for joining me today as we talk about recharging and refocusing. I love that. Oh, Natalie, that was a beautiful picture about loving all bodies of water and enjoying a panoramic view of the Connecticut River and the PQ Bridge. And you're right. So, Anne, thank you also for loving PQ. And Natalie, we got to hang out and talk about positive intelligence sometime because I'm absolutely loving it. And I want to see more of your beautiful art. But I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. And thank you all just for popping in, as today you hung in with us for Find and Follow Your Rhythm. I'm grateful to have had a chance to introduce you to some amazing members of our extended family and to toast to life and celebrations as you're celebrating graduations, weddings, vacations, just a chance to take a break. Please continue popping in. And really, thanks for joining us. Thanks for smiles across the miles. Let us know when you're tuning in, where you're from. In case there's your neighbor popping in, somebody great we can connect you with and help you open doors. And please continue to let us know where we can find you and who to introduce you to. So thank you so much today for joining us for Find and Follow Your Rhythm. And thank you for joining us for Impossible Live. And I hope you stay safe, stay well, stay inspired, and stay in touch. Ciao for now. Have a magnificent, magnificent day. Leslie, I did too. Thank you so much. Be well. And hi, PQ community, hi, mental fitness, and hi to the rest of the world. One day at a time. Thank you so much for popping in. And have a magnificent day.